yesterday it was just like foggy everywhere pretty much.
Gloomy.
And it's a good one today, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even from the start, we had a beautiful sunrise out there. It's still pretty clear. Sunglasses is going to be a friend of yours, not just for the morning commute, but for the evening commute as well, because we do maintain that sunshine. 67 in Boston, 60 in Worcester, down to 57 in Fitchburg, 62 in Plymouth. This all feels great. It's like kind of fresh and comfortable this morning. We've had a little bit of fog. I'm seeing huge improvements, except on Nantucket. Nantucket's still kind of foggy out there. Norwood, we had quarter-mile or visibility or dense fog last hour. Same in Keene and Orange. And obviously, we're seeing some huge improvements. So moving forward, I'd say the only spot with fog at 8 a.m. is possibly Nantucket. We're going to go partly to mostly sunny today. By noontime, temperatures in the upper 70s, 80 degrees for your high, not just in Boston, but we're seeing lower 80s almost everywhere. Cape today, it's going to be in the 70s with the same sun. We do. I mean, it's nice and bright. This is a live look from a rooftop camera over the Boston 25 News studio. Looking great here in Dedham, looking great in Boston and your backyard. Sending you off to work and school. It is lower 60s now. It's going to be in the 80s this afternoon. So even if you opt for some kind of like long sleeve layer, you won't need it more than a couple of hours this morning. And then it's all about the summer things today. You could see lower 80s in Boston, North Shore, South Shore, Central Mass. Some 70s down across the Cape, the islands, and the South Coast. A little bit cooler there, but still nice and bright. The last spot to see that fog lift is going to be Nantucket this morning. Overnight tonight, it's 60s. We've actually got the full strawberry moon overhead tonight. And then tomorrow, with high temperatures back in the mid and upper 80s, like it's going to start getting more uncomfortable over the next couple days. I'm sure some of you had the AC off last night and just kind of slept with maybe the windows cracked. I think it's going to be a little less comfortable for doing that the next 2 nights and the next 2 days. I mean, it's getting warm again. Chance for rain pops as we get into the weekend, of course. Friday should stay pretty dry until late at night. You can see Friday night into Saturday, this front kind of drifts in. It's going to give us a trigger for some showers. It gets a little tricky this far out because any kind of wavering is going to change the position of those showers. So yes, potential's there, but it's also the potential to not have a washout. You can see Saturday afternoon, front sags southward, so do the showers. So again, this isn't set in stone yet. I'm expecting some rain over the weekend. I'm hoping it's not an all weekend thing. On Sunday, I think we've got a better chance of some dry spots out there, but there's still rain close enough by that we're going to have to include some shower chances. This is Saturday and this is Sunday. Both days shaping up to see some 60s, which is going to be a little cool. For Father's Day, lots of clouds around, high around 64, hoping that the rain holds off. But again, let's make sure we have some indoor backup plans in case there are showers. It does look much nicer as we get into early next week.
And Shiri, we've been waiting for a sunglasses day.
And I think we've got it today. Sunglasses for sure. Summery next 2 days between the sunshine, highs in the 80s. We've got moderate humidity, as in you'll notice it, but it's not going to be unbearable. It's not going to be as high as it gets over the summer. And we've got scattered showers back in the forecast this weekend. Of course we do. Of course we do. Boston's at 67 degrees right now. You can see high temperatures on track for the lower 80s, whether you're in Boston, Metro West, Central Mass, Southern New Hampshire, down to Foxborough, about 82. Same in Bridgewater. I've got 81 in Plymouth, and we'll drop it into the 70s for the Cape and the Islands today. Enjoying the sunshine. Nantucket, where it's still foggy, is going to eventually brighten up around midday. Overnight tonight, full strawberry moon. It was actually technically full early this morning, but it's still going to look big and bright out there if you catch a view. Tomorrow, even warmer. I'm thinking mid-80s in the Boston area, but I would not be surprised for some upper 80s in maybe Middleborough or Providence, lower 80s for the Cape, upper 70s for the Vineyard, but it's just like a nice next 2 days, if not a little bit warm. Friday, we continue with the dry weather until Friday afternoon. It's not until Friday night or Saturday morning that we've got some showers currently in the forecast. Where it gets tricky on a Wednesday, talking about a Saturday rain chance, is that so much can change and shift as far as timing, can slow down, speed up. Even the position of this front is going to determine where we have the best chance for any kind of rain. You'll see with Futurecast, it sags a little further south on Saturday afternoon, and many of us dry out. You know, it depends where that front is. If that front hovers overhead, so will the showers. If the front completely stays to our south, So will the showers. So it just makes it a little tricky. We've got our best chance for rain on Saturday. Sunday, I'm hoping many of us are dry for Father's Day, but you're still going to see a chance.
Like that, we're halfway through the week. I'm Ray Vieta.
And I'm Nicole Gabe. And on this Wednesday, it is finally a nice, beautiful day outside.
I know.
Yeah, feeling good, right?
Great day to get outside. You know, we've got temperatures and humidity sneaking up a little bit, but not into like an oppressive, unbearable spot for today. We've got temperatures right now that are in the 60s, from 68 Boston to 65 Bedford and 62 in Worcester. Feeling pretty good out there. Fog no longer an issue for most of us. It's just Nantucket where visibility continues to slowly improve. Today's forecast has us sailing into the lower 80s in Boston, and we're just going to go mostly sunny. We're going to go bright, like great for your outdoor plans for today. Temperatures pretty much area-wide set for the lower 80s, except on the Cape with those 70s. I will be back to talk more about the temperature changes and, of course, the forecast changes in time for another soggy weekend. Catherine?